So I just want to make sure you guys understand what's happening here. So, your assignment, notice at the very bottom, the full assignment's not due until Wednesday, November 18th, and I do that so I have time to look at it and give it back to you before we leave. One semester I made it due the day before the final, and then they never got their stuff back, and I felt kind of bad. It's in my closet. I wrote an email and said, if you want to come by, and they were like, I don't want that. I don't want it. But like I said, I get some amazing stuff. I get some stuff that's like really cool stuff I would have never thought of myself. And that's why one guy, and I'll tell you this, just to give you an idea of the extent. One guy did a system. It wasn't really a number system, but he said the distance to a star, the places were vowels, and the numbers in those places were consonants. So he'd say it was, just to show you, like this would be the A place and this would be the E place, and so it's CL. So then the name of that star would be Sela. Do you kind of see what I'm saying? So it's sort of like a multiplicative. It's sort of like C times E plus L times A. It's sort of like Chinese. You multiply the number by the place, the number times the place. So this is like the tens place and the ones place. So I got C of these and L of those. So the name of the star that's that far away, it's the name of it is how far away it is in this. Oh, some of you guys really hate that. I don't know why. Shit. Somebody else did based on musical notes. Somebody else did something based on dominoes. Right? You could do something really basic, like just come up with a really interesting backstory as to why the symbols for your numbers are certain things. So somebody did like an alien planet where they had like an Indian type of alien and explained all this history as to how their numbers developed and stuff. This one guy broke his leg, and I can't remember the whole thing. Better things happened too. It wasn't just about that. You got better. Don't worry. If you were worried, I don't know. So sometimes students feel like, I'm not going to understand this. You feel like, oh, come on. Isn't it enough we're doing stuff out of the book? But if you really don't get into this, that's fine. You can just do the basic, the bare minimum. But I'm hoping some of you guys kind of get into this. I mean, it's amazing some of the stuff that you can come up with. So that's one thing, is to create your own number system. But I also want you to pick a system that's not in our book. So I give you some ideas here. These are things that I could find very quickly doing a Google search. Anybody ever played the game Myst? Or heard of the game Myst? Or is that too long ago now? You've heard of it? There's a whole number system inside that game, right? And the fact that nobody's heard of it makes me worried that oh well, that's not going to happen. But you could look in. I was wondering if there's other video games that there might be number systems that exist. It's a coherent number system that they created just for the game. I'm like, that's cool. Sorry. I'm not. I was going to say I'm not a big enough geek to speak Klingon or something, so don't freak out. This assignment counts for 5% of your grade, so if you meet the bare minimum of what I'm asking, your grade on it will count for 5%. But if you do extra, if you make something more creative, something more intricate, something more interesting, or if you find a civilization I didn't list that's really freaky and you tell me some nifty stuff about them, something a little beyond what I'm just surface of what I'm asking, then you can get extra credit, and I apply the extra credit on your homework grade. So if you turn all your homework in, you have 100 homework grade, I'm going to add points on top of that, so maybe you get like 110 homework grade, and that gets averaged in, and it brings up your whole grade. You kind of with me? Or if you miss some homework, you get a bad homework grade, this is a way you do some extra credit on this, so bring your homework grade up a little bit to cover for some sections you didn't do or whatever. You guys kind of with me here? So it's only 5%, and 5% affects you more than you might immediately realize, but there's also room for extra credit. The very first day, nothing's due on October 7th, but I really want you to have started thinking about your own number system and have found whatever civilization it is you want to write a summary on. And come see me in my office if you need some help. The next week is when you're going to turn stuff into me, like a week after that. And then the next week after that, that Monday, you're actually going to meet. No, Monday I'll give it back. It's the Monday after that, you're going to meet in groups. At that point, I'm hoping your number system is pretty strong. And I'll have I'll have a sheet that will step you through what I want each person in the group to do. You'll each present your own number system and critique it. And you'll have to get the other people in your group to be able to work with your number system. Right, so they can tell you if it was difficult to do, or if it made sense, or if it was neat, or if it was, or whatever. All right, does everybody understand the whole idea? Cool. Sweet. All right, so I'll just keep checking in on you and see how it's going. Yes?
Question on the quiz. Are we going to need to memorize the number systems for every single thing?
The only thing I said you have to memorize are the Babylonian symbols. I told you everything else I'm going to give you. Even the places for Mayan, because they do the weird 18 times 20 thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What